so I am back with another video, and today's video is going to be a Hobbii yarn haul. I just love Hobbii. Hobbii has become one of my most favorite places to buy yarn. They just have such beautiful, unique yarns. So I received my parcel today. I still have 2 more orders to come. They won't be here for quite a while because I only just recently ordered them. So let's start off with about Hobbii. If you've never heard of them, I don't know if they pronounce their store as Hobbii or Hobbii. I pronounce it Hobbii simply because there's no E on the end and it's also a double I, so that's how I pronounce it. Now, Hobbii is based in Denmark, and it is an online yarn store, and they sell just beautiful yarns. Now, their website is based in USD, so American dollars, so keep that in mind when you're ordering. They do have free shipping if you spend 99 USD. So if you want free shipping and you live in Australia, keep in mind that that will convert to about $150, give or take a little bit, depending on what the exchange rate is at the time you order. Also, it does take a long time to get to Australia. I know other countries have gotten their orders within like the same week, but that's not the case for Australia. This particular order is actually the one I've had to wait the absolute longest. Normally I wait about 2 to 3 weeks from the time it's shipped to the time I receive it. This time though, I did actually have to wait a month for my order to get here. Unfortunately, Australia, that is just common with everything you order outside of Australia. Hell, even in Australia, sometimes it takes just as long. So just keep that in mind if you are ordering and you live in Australia. It does take anywhere from 2 to 4 weeks, sometimes longer. On their website, it does say 15 to 40 days, so it is what it is. But let's get into what I ordered. Now, normally when I place orders from Hobbii, it's just random stuff that appeals to me at the time I'm ordering, because I generally don't order yarn with a plan. I order yarn and the plan comes later. But this order was actually planned for a project, so that's a first for me. And then there's a couple of extra things in there that weren't planned. It was just I wanted to get up to free shipping, because if I'm already spending that much money, I may as well get it to the free shipping, so that if I'm going to spend that money anyway, I might as well spend it on something that's actually worth it, unlike shipping. So there's 3 items in there that were not planned, but the rest were. So let's get into everything that I ordered. So I ordered 8 balls, skeins, cakes, I don't know what you want to call these, of the Solid Winter Glow, and it is this beautiful, it's so squishy, beautiful yarn. It is 51% wool, 49% acrylic. It is considered a worsted weight yarn, so I was after an Aran worsted. I'm not entirely sure of the difference between the two, because I generally stick with DK or fingering weight or sport weight, so I don't often use these sorts of yarns, but I have a pattern in mind. I will show you at a later date in a vlog once I actually start making the pattern. But I own 2 of the Harry Potter knitting books, and in one of those knitting books is this beautiful winter, I don't know whether you call it a shawl, a poncho, a jacket, I don't really know what it's called, but it's beautiful. I love it. Absolutely gorgeous. And I saw it and I knew as soon as I saw it that I had to make it. I wanted to make it for myself. I've never made clothing for myself before in that way, so it's a knitted garment. And obviously it tells you in the book, in the pattern, like what yarns they used and everything like that. And I could buy those yarns. They're not available in Australia, so I'd have to order them overseas, but they would be super expensive because I believe there were wool that she used in the pattern. I can't remember. But I did check it out and it was quite expensive and I wasn't going to order it anyway. So I decided to find a same weight yarn but just a different yarn from somewhere else that would be much cheaper. So I got this. Now in the pattern I believe it calls for 11 balls, but I ordered 8 because these balls of yarn are bigger than the yarn that she uses in the pattern. So this is, let me see, 100 gram balls. I'm pretty sure the ones she uses were only 50. So yeah, so it is, like I said, 100 grams, and it calls for a 5mm needle or a 5mm hook. It's also made in Italy, and it is, you can wash it, but you cannot tumble dry it. And this is considered a medium 4. This is in color 13, which is petrol green. It's absolutely gorgeous. It's like a, yeah, I guess a petrol green would make sense. But it's a beautiful green. And this is what it looks like. It is so squishy and so soft. I love it. And like I said, I ordered 8 of these, so I have a lot. So I've got this one, this one, this one, and there's 5 in here. So there's 8 of those for that project. Then I ordered some yarns. These 3 yarns that I ordered are the yarns that I ordered to just make it up to $99. Now, when I ordered this, I did read about this particular yarn. So I went into it knowing there was a possibility that I wouldn't know how I felt about it because of the type of yarn it is, and I'll tell you in a second. But the price was really good and I decided to give it a go. I will put the prices on the screen when I edit the video. I'll put it both in USD prices, which is what it appears as on the website. And now the prices that I'm going to put on the screen are the prices that I paid when I ordered it. They may not be the same price though when you go check, because Hobbii has different sales going on a daily basis. So I will put the prices I paid. I'll put it in USD because that's what the website is in, and then I'll also put it in AUD for Australian so that you can see the conversion of the two. And I will put all of the color names and all that sort of stuff on the screen as well, because sometimes I say a name and then I realize it's wrong. So there's that. So this yarn I bought, I got 3 different colors. It is called, now forgive me if I'm pronouncing this wrong, it's not in English. I think it's pronounced Kremke Soul Wool. It is a reborn wool and it's recycled. Now that is the reason why I wasn't sure about this yarn. Keyword, recycled. Now this is what it looks like. It comes in a hank or a skein, whatever you want to call it, like this. It's beautiful colors. So I've got this one, which is in the color, I never know how to pronounce this word. I'll put the name on the screen, but dark green, is it Melange or Melange? Melange? I don't know. Melange. I never know how to pronounce that word. I've never even heard it pronounced, so I don't know. But this yarn here is recycled. So I'll read to you what it says on the actual tag because it is actually really interesting. And this is the reason why I actually ordered it, because the reasoning behind the yarn is actually really amazing. So it says, your contribution to slow fashion. This hand knitting yarn has been made with the utmost care and love from 100% post-garment recycled textiles. The yarn has been made to be kind to the environment by diverting old clothes that were designated to landfill without the use of any dyes or harmful chemicals and very little water. Now, on the actual Hobbii website, it does have a bigger explanation. So I believe, I read this a month ago, so forgive me if I get something wrong here. But I believe what they do is they take clothing with a wool content. I believe the wool content has to be a certain percentage to be accepted into like this batch. And they get separated based on, I think, color and textures or something like that, and then they get like, I don't know how to explain it, but they strip the garments of all of the materials out and turn it into, like, you know, they process it. That's the word I'm thinking of. They process the garments into the colors and everything like that. So they do have like a tweedy sort of effect to these, because obviously garments are not identical in color. They're all recycled. So like, they're being recycled. So they try and match the colors as much as possible into each group, and then that's how they do it. So this one here is, let me see, 65% wool, 25% polyacryl, and 10% nylon. So I believe the clothing that they're using to recycle has to be no less than 65% wool to be able to be a recycled wool in like this. It does have nylon in it, which does make it a little bit more sturdier. It's only 10%, but it's there. It does say it is able to be washed, but not hand dried. I mean, not, sorry, in the dryer. This colorway is in the color 12-90115, which is the color, like I said, dark green Malang, I'm not sure how you pronounce it. I don't know how well it's going to show, but on this green one, I definitely can see like light flecks of green, dark blues, some light blues, and almost like a mustardy yellow specked through it. So it does have a very tweedy sort of effect to it. Like I said, that's what it looks like. It does call for a 5mm needle, and it is 100 grams, which is 250 meters. The one thing, though, I don't know how I feel about this, and based on the reviews, people have loved this and said it's really soft. It's not. It has, like, compared to this, I know this is wool and acrylic, but this is definitely much softer than this. This texture might bother some people. It's a very rough texture, even for me. Like, it feels just a little bit weird, so I'm not entirely sure how I feel about this and how I will work with it. Now, once I had ordered it, I had then thought about the colors that I had ordered and thought, you know what, I think I'm going to make some mittens out of it. But now that I can feel the texture, I know that I'm not going to like these as mittens. So I've changed my mind and I'm going to think of something else to use these. But I've got that color. I also got this color, which is in wine. This one does not really have a tweedy effect to it as such. Like, you can see the odd little bit of difference in color, but it's more of a pure color. So this one is in wine. And then the last one I ordered is just in white. This one is not tweedy at all. At least I don't think it is. I can't see anything, but that's what it looks like. So these colors are very Christmassy, so I think what I might use them for is actually to make a Christmas wreath. That's what I'm thinking of anyway. I don't know. I'm just not sure of the texture. It's a very rough texture, and it's a type of texture for me that if it was just a tad rougher, it would set my teeth on edge. So I'm just not sure how I feel about that one, which is why I thought I might make a Christmas wreath, because then that's not something I touch all the time. So there's that. But I have seen on the Hobbii website pictures and reviews of people who said they loved that recycled yarn, and they said it was super soft. It's not soft in my opinion, it's really not. But you may love it and you may feel it's soft. So those are the 3 yarns there. Then onto the last things I ordered, which is all needles. You also do get candy. It's like a little heart-shaped candy, but I already gave that to Nate, which is my fiance. And I don't know what the deal is, but usually when you order with Hobbii, you get also a free gift with purchase. I normally do get them, and everyone else seems to get them, but this order, I haven't got it. My next order, I did get one, and then the next order after that, because like I said, I've still got 2 more. The 3rd order, I didn't get anything, which is really weird, because normally I do, so I don't know what happened there, but yeah. So I actually ordered 4 sets of knitting needles. They are all circulars, because 90% of my knitting is done on circulars. Let's be real here. Also, I needed to order needles for the pattern that I'm going to be making for this yarn here. So I ordered 2 of the 5mm Knit Pro Basics, which are these ones here. Now, the pattern calls for, I think it was like 100 centimeter cable, or maybe it was 120. I can't remember, but it was definitely shorter than what I had. But unfortunately, when I placed my order, the size that I wanted had sold out. I still managed to get the 5mm, which is what I needed, but I had to get the 150 centimeter cable. So, and I needed 2 of these for that particular pattern, so I got 2. I will open one to show you what it looks like. So these are the needles. They are metal. Yeah, metal. And then the cable is super squidgy, but this is the cable. It's so, like, it's long. Like I said, it's 150 centimeter cable. This is what it looks like. I think I need to figure out how to stop the cable from doing that though, because that is going to annoy the absolute shit out of me. Excuse my language, but it will. So I needed 2 of that size, so I have ordered them. Let me just wind this back up because I needed a big cable for garment knitting. So there's that. So there's that one. I'm gonna just put these back in. Okay. And these needles are actually really, really affordable. They were quite cheap. USD, they were cheap. Once they converted into Australian dollars, I guess they're still pretty cheap compared to what we pay for needles here in Australia, because what we pay is ridiculous. That's why I ordered them from Hobbii. Then I also got the 4mm. I'm not going to take this one out because it's exactly the same. It's just a 4mm from the Knit Pro Basics, and this one also has 150mm cable because, again, the size cable I needed had sold out. So I just got a bigger cable because it really does not matter. So I needed these 3 for that pattern that I'm going to be doing. So I got 2 5mm and a 4mm. That's the size I predominantly use for most of my projects. And then this one was just a, I just added it in because I was really intrigued by it. They unfortunately do not have this on their website anymore because I bought it as a clearance item. And they no longer have this one anymore. But this is the Addy Sock Wonder circulars. It's a 3.75 because this color, I wanted a 3mm, but the color cable that I wanted didn't have 3mm. They had sold out. So I had to go to a 3.75, which is totally fine. I can still use that because I did order another one in the red cable for a 3mm. So I have another one coming. This is 25 centimeters in total. It's nickel free, which is great. I already do have two, I'm just trying to think, two Addy circulars. I have the, I can't think of what they're called now, but they're just a 2.75 or a 2.25 circulars. I use them for socks. The only thing is I hate is that the cable makes your hands smell gross. It gets that like coppery smell on your hands, or nickel, or whatever it is. I do also have the Addy, again I can't think of the names, but they're triangular needles in I think a 5mm. It's either a 4 or 5. I got those for my birthday. I love those. But this one, this is what they look like. They're sock needles. They just look like this. I was really intrigued by these. I love knitting socks, so I grabbed this one. So I've never ever knit with, would this be considered a 9-inch circular? I'm not sure.